Hello everybody, this is Dr. Whiting, and today I want to talk about a mineral. It is the most prevalent mineral, it is the biggest mineral in the human body, and yet it is the most misunderstood, and that mineral is calcium. There are at any given time probably hundreds of calcium supplements available in health food stores, pharmacies, and now even supermarkets. But I will assure you that not all of those calcium supplements are the same. Calcium is one of the most difficult minerals for the human body to absorb. This is because, for the most part, it is found in nature in what we call an alkaline state. Coral calcium, calcium carbonate, ground up stones, rocks, are highly alkaline substances. And when companies make dietary supplements from those forms of calcium, they are almost impossible to digest. They are almost impossible to absorb, especially for people over the age of 40 or 50. And by utilizing those calcium supplements from those sources, you run the risk of not being able to manage them properly, and they continue to circulate in the bloodstream, causing elevated calcium. And this is why many people can get diagnosed with elevated serum or blood calcium and still be calcium deficient because they're not being able to break down and utilize that calcium where it's needed, such as in bone and connective tissue. However, there's good news, because there are calcium supplements that are highly absorbable, and there are several factors that contribute to that increased absorption. First of all, acidifying the calcium before you take it. That means that we, rather than have an alkaline calcium, we have a calcium that is acidified with a natural acid, such as citric acid, malic acid, amino acids, and so forth. This alone can greatly increase your body's ability to absorb calcium, because minerals are, generally speaking, absorbed in an acid environment. And as we grow older, our stomach's ability to produce adequate gastric acid can lead to malabsorption of minerals. And you can tell if you're beginning to have that problem because you may have indigestion, gas, bloating, feelings of fullness, heartburn, and even acid reflux. And this is all an indication that your stomach is not producing adequate gastric acid. And that can be fixed often through the use of digestive support enzymes, natural occurring enzymes. But that's for another discussion. So once we chelate the calcium, then the next thing we need to do is to add all of the trace minerals that are essential for transporting calcium to bone tissue, to connective tissue, etc. And those are manganese, copper, zinc, and strontium. Together with that, we would add boron and magnesium. You see, calcium is one end of the spectrum, magnesium is on the other. So they balance each other out. For example, calcium causes muscles to contract, magnesium causes them to relax. So people who get constantly leg and foot cramps probably are suffering from a magnesium deficiency. And they should be always taken together, except under very unusual circumstances. They should be taken at a ratio of 2-to-1. So 2 parts calcium to 1 part magnesium. There are situations where that we might want to change that. But for the most part, for most people, that's an ideal ratio. And when you combine all of these trace elements and other nutrients together with acidified, chelated calcium and magnesium, you can get a very high level of absorption. In fact, there are no less than 7 clinical, double-blind, placebo-controlled studies in different countries under different circumstances that showed that this form of calcium supplementation can not only help to halt bone loss later in life, but it can actually help to increase bone density. So it's not always what we take, it's how it's made. And if you're getting a calcium supplement from a discount store and you're getting a lifetime supply for $20, you're probably not getting the absorption. And in fact, you may actually be doing some harm because you're going to be ingesting minerals that your body cannot properly manage. So read labels, always read labels. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to contact our research center at 888-454-8464. This is Dr. Whiting. Stay well.